Hello Nitro fans, Racing 393, and we're here for part 5, believe it or not, part 5 of my Schumacher XTR Pro 21 rebuild. This has been ongoing for quite a while now, and it's not really a go-to Nitro. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It's not really mine, but it has some cool features on it. Firstly, I like Schumacher. Schumacher as a brand for the RC environment is very, very good. I like the way they go about their business forever. I've had Schumacher RC cars for ages, but I come and go. Over the years I've sold them and moved them on and come out of the hobby, and now I'm back in it. And this is quite an old one, so it's not easy to get parts for, I have to say. It's very, very niche. There's lots of things on this chassis which are not used elsewhere. So it is a little bit, you have to buy, I don't know, 3 or 4 chassis to get the bits you need. Schumacher, as I've found out, do spares for this Nitro. But I got all of my spares, bar a few, which I've got just out of shot, off of wheel spin models, and they do a lot of Nitro. They don't do vintage Nitro, but they hold what they call shadow stock of bits and pieces. So it's worth going along there and picking up what you can for your chosen RC kit. Now, what have I got here? I've got about 3 things to show you. Let's start off with the basic ones first. So I'm going to change what are they on there? The uprights. What is it? The camber links. I'm trying to think. Camber links, which on this are fixed plastic efforts. I haven't got them here. I'm going to change them for. You can see here. I'll try and show it to the camera. These. They're just a specific length. I've got another pack here. They're much. I'm hoping these look too small actually. So, can you see that? They're the back ones, which are shorter. I'm not sure they're that short though. Although when you put the ends on, hopefully that'll be enough. And I've got some more washers actually from Schumacher. They're not for this kit, but they're 3mm washers to take up any play that I might have in the linkage. But anyway, there's that one. Now the other thing I did was the wheels. Now the wheels that came, which I've shown you in part 4, you might have seen them anyway. There was on the chassis end of. I think there was a pair that were chrome, and there was a pair that were yellow, like proper yellow. So I've took the chrome off the old wheels. They really were old. Even the nylon was a really shitty colour, and it hasn't. I've put on it what I thought was daffodil. Well, it's daffodil yellow, but they've not come out yellow. It's more mustard, so it's not going to be as yellow as the other pair of wheels I've got. I'm going to have to, when I put a body shell on it, it'll be another mission trying to get a body shell to fit this footprint, but it's going to affect the colour scheme that I end up choosing. So these are the wheels that came off the kit. Where is it? There we go. So I don't know, they're not as dark on the camera as what it looks in real life. They're actually more mustard, but they are covered. It's good enough. It's better than it was. So yeah, that's that thing. So that's that all done. Now the other thing, this was going a bit silly. What am I doing on a kit that doesn't matter? The chassis, generically on these RC Nitros, were yellow. Don't know why. Take it or leave it. They probably looked all right when they were brand new. But over the years, as you can imagine, they get really knocked about. And what I've got here is a chassis. I'm trying to look at the camera and what I'm doing. in my wisdom, as I probably mentioned in part 4, I'm going to get, well, I was going to get the chassis powder coated. Now, I could have got them anodized. I don't know, it could have been cheaper. But anyway, I got it powder coated. So here is the chassis. I'm going to show you it on here, but we'll look at a close-up once we get going. That's the chassis. It was yellow. Let me turn it over. Run it that way. Really good. Oh, that's the wrong hand. There you go. So that is the Schumacher. I mean, doing all this, it might not even work anyway. But that's powder coated in matte black. I've got another 2 chassis down here, which I also got done whilst I got that one done. As a spoiler alert, one of them is for the Acme Condor rebuild, which is pretty much rebuilt. I've got a body shell for it now. It's just sitting on top. I've got to sort that out. But I bought another chassis, and the chassis it's just out of shot. There's no point showing that. It's exactly like that one, but different shape. I've powder coated that one as well. So at some point, I'm going to change the chassis. It's a bit of a mission, but I will do it. I'll probably do that off camera. I'll show you. Then it'll be part of one of my videos, I guess. So that will go onto there with the shell. That will look all right. And the other chassis down there is, in fact, I can actually get that. Can I get that one? Yeah. So I don't know if you can guess what that one's off of. You might not guess it. It's a chassis in it. It's a bit strange. Old Nitro. Those that know their Nitros might know it. I don't know if I'll actually tell you. Might let you guess if you can be bothered. So that's another Nitro to not rebuild. I've got 1, 2, or 3 of them up there, which you can't see. One's rebuilt. They've all got, or 2 of them have got the same chassis. And that one's going to go on one of those. I'll just change it over when I want to do that. Not important. But if you can guess what the one that is, leave a comment. That's it. Any more ers? No. So I think what I'll do now is we'll get all those bits down to the shed and we'll get going with part 5. I think it's going to be kind of reassembling. The last part 4 video, I reassembled the front and the back as separate units. The camber links and track control arms, well, they can be done on the front now and the rear. So we'll probably build them up with some new. I think I've got new ball joints. Can't remember. Did I get new ball joints? I'll have to look. And we can set that up on there, and then we'll probably fit the rear end on first, because it's one of those things where the gearbox is all one piece with the shock towers, and the lower wishbones for the suspension links onto the chassis. So it's a bit of a that's what I mean. It's a bit of a peculiar setup. That's it. Right. So I'm gonna crack on now. So I'm gonna get down there, put the heater on, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're here for part 4. Little close up of the chassis that was been powder coated. Obviously a bit overkill for something like this, but looks the part. I quite like that. Anyway, it looks better than the original yellow anyway. These yellow dyed daffodil coloured wheels, they're absolutely nothing like the yellow you can see here. These are gold and they're yellow, so I'm gonna have to sort something out for that. I'm not sure what yet, but anyway, that's what it is. Anyway, what we're going to do now is replace all these turnbuckles that are on the car with these, not place these, replace these with them. Got 2 more here for the front. So I'm going to build these up, try and make them the same length. I've got ball joint cups in the ends, so it shouldn't be any problem Yeah, I'm going to do that off camera. I'll come back when I've got something to show you. And there you have it. Say there you have it. That wasn't easy, but the top links, you can see them. I can't see the camera. See here, they're on. They're a bit tight on these ball joints. The ones that I got with the ball joint ends, I don't even see them. They're kind of, in fact, you can't see them. Fat hands in the way. But that, it's just too small. Look what that bit, the threaded bit, it's not long enough. It doesn't go through these anyway. It might have fitted the rear shock mount, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So they are a bit tight, but I suppose they'll wear when they've been used for a bit. They are, I would say they're a bit too tight. However, yeah, so it's on there. We've just got to do the fronts now. 4 of them. Yeah. So far so good. I'm going to sort the front out now. Make up these links. It's not going to be easy putting them on. But yeah. Anyway, let me crack on. It's all done, front and rear. Track control arms and camber links. So they're all done. Yeah, that's the front. That's the back. So nice and neat. I think they are a bit tight, I have to say, but I'll sort that out. But at least there's hardly any play now, which is good. That's the main thing. It's now a case of putting it back on the chassis, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to do it right this second now, but you can kind of see how that would go on there. So it should be okay. There's no reason why that shouldn't go. It looks like nice, the black and the black. Looks a bit better. When I say I'm not going to do it now, it means physically now, but you know, the video will show you it being done. So, yeah, let me. I suppose the next thing maybe is to put wheels and tyres on these, like tyres and inserts on these odd wheels. It's a bit of a shame that, but never mind. Right. Let me sort that out first, that's an easy bit, and then I'll go back to the chassis. Not sure if you can see that, but the engine is just about to be fitted to the chassis. I'm just going to fit the fuel tank on this, and then I'll be back. I'll show you a little bit of a better view. Looks right though. Alright, let me just carry on what I'm doing for a minute. And there you have it. Well, there you have it. It's back together. I said part 4, didn't I? This is part 5. It looks alright. There's a lot of work to do to it though yet. Suspension's a bit stiff because of the ball joints. Tyres want gluing on one rim first and then the other because they don't quite fit the rims. Steering's stiff. It just needs fettling now. So that'll be the next video, part 6. Perhaps freeing up the bits that are tight, putting the electrics in, and then maybe giving it a fire up. Don't even have this works yet. What do you think? That's taken quite a long time to do. Yeah, but the chassis looks good. You can see it. Yeah, looks pretty smart. compared to what it did look like, but it is a bit of a mission. Yeah, good. I'm pleased with that. I've just got to do a lot of fettling off camera. I don't know if I'll film everything, but I'll certainly do some updates on what I've done. Yeah. What do you think? Does it look better? Would you do this to one of these? Probably not, I guess. Yeah, there's still a lot of work to do, but it all seems to work fine. I mean, that's nice and free. The diff is fine. I think it's sort of pointing in the wrong direction at the moment, so but I think gluing the tyres on will probably be another option here, because they're kind of, the wheels are a bit wider than what these tyres are, which you can see. Yeah, but yeah, so far so good. So that was part 5. Part 6 in due course. I hope you enjoyed this build. Let me know what you think, and I shall see you very soon for a bit of fettling. Thank you for watching, bye for now.